What's up guys, Groovy Guitar Dude here with a beginner guitar tutorial for Billie Bossa Nova by Billie Eilish. If this video helps you out, hit that like and subscribe button, and the guitar we're jamming on today is called a Faith Nomad Mini Neptune. Guys, the first thing that you want to know to play Billie Bossa Nova on guitar is that in order to keep the song as accurate and beginner friendly as possible, we're going to capo up to 3rd fret. And if you don't have a capo, I'll have a link to get this capo right up here. The next thing we would usually go over for a song is the structure, but for Billie Bossa Nova, we're actually going to repeat the same chord progressions with the same strum patterns throughout the entire song. So you don't need to worry about the structure for this one. And the last thing that you want to know before we dive into Billie Bossa Nova is the 3 chords that you need to play this song. The first one is A minor 7. The next one is E minor. And the last one is G. And I'll have short chord tutorials for each of those in the pinned comment below for those of you who need them. And with all that in mind, guys, let's dive into Billie Bossa Nova. Guys, I'm stoked to share this song. It's another one of those that I've gotten a ton of requests for from Billie Eilish's new album, and I'm actually a really big fan of Bossa Nova music and listen to it a lot. So this is kind of a cool combination of 2 different kind of genres that I love. So with that in mind, we actually just have 1 chord progression that repeats through the whole entire song with a couple funky kind of strum pattern situations. So we're actually going to take a look at the chord progression first, but then we're going to break down these strum patterns and all these little variations, little piece by piece. So it may look a little intimidating at first. Don't be too caught off guard. We're going to walk through it step by step. So first thing let's take a look at is the chord progression that's going to repeat through the whole song. We'll start with an A minor, or A minor 7 rather, and then we'll go to E minor. And then we're going to repeat that again. We're going to go A minor 7, and then E minor again, and then G. And you'll notice that those last 2, the E minor and the G, the last 2 chords of that progression, have the little strums in parentheses next to them, and that's because we're doing something a little different for those 2. We'll get there in just a second. So we're going to have a little bit of a different situation for each chord here, the A minor 7 and the E minor. The G's pretty normal. We'll get there when we get there because that's the last chord of the progression. But for the A minor 7 and the E minor, we're going to have a little bit of a funky thing. So we're going to break this down 1 chord at a time. We're going to start with the A minor 7 here. What we're going to do is, for that strum pattern, all of the non-starred strums, we're going to add a 3rd fret on the high E to those strums. So that first strum will be a down strum with a 3rd fret on the high E. And then all of the starred strums, so the 2nd strum and all the other starred strums, we're going to move that 3rd fret on the high E back 1 fret to 2nd fret on the high E, still with our A minor 7 here. So 2nd down strum that's starred, about like that. And we're just going to go through this strum pattern with that pattern there, where all the non-starred strums are going to have a 3rd fret on the high E, and all of the starred strums are going to have a 2nd fret on the high E. So let's walk through this strum by strum with our A minor 7. So we'll start with this first strum, which is a non-starred strum, so it's going to be 3rd fret on the high E with that A minor 7. And then the 2nd strum is one that has a star next to it. So we're going to slide that down to 2nd fret. So we have the A minor 7, but with the 2nd fret on the high E. We're going to give that a down strum. And then we have those 2 middle strums, the down up. Both of those are non-starred. So we're going to move that bottom finger, that 3rd finger, down back to the 3rd fret of the high E. We're going to give it a down up. And then we're going to go to that last little pair there. And for that one, we have a non-starred up strum. So 3rd fret on the high E, and then the last up strum is going to be a 2nd fret on the high E because it's starred. Just about like that. And that's what we're going to play for all of our A minor 7 chords in this song. A little bit closer to full speed with a walkthrough will look about like this. We're going to go about like that for each A minor 7. So a little bit funky, not too terribly difficult, but I would recommend practicing that slowly before you try to play at full speed, because it is a little bit funky getting the timing of that down and getting those kind of transitions back and forth there down. So on to our next chord, our E minor. Our E minor is going to be a very, very similar setup, but we're just switching up what we're doing on the high E a little bit. So we'll go to our E minor chord. We're going to have actually the same strum pattern, but what we're doing on the high E is going to change up a little bit. So for all of the non-starred strums for our E minor, we're going to have a 2nd fret on the high E down here with your ring finger. So our first strum is a non-starred strum, so that's going to be a 2nd fret on the high E. We'll go down. And then the 2nd strum is starred there. For all of our starred strums on the E minor, we're going to take that high E off and just leave it open. So it's a little easier because all we got to do is open it back up. So this is just a regular E minor with nothing else added to it. We've got an open high E string. So open high E for all the starred strums, second fret on high E for all the non-starred strums. So we'll walk through the chord progression. We start with a non-starred chord, so we have a second fret on the high E for that first down strum. And then our next down strum is a starred one, so we'll take off that second fret on the high E and do an open down strum. And then we have the two middle strums, which are both non-starred, so we're going to put that second fret on the high E back down. We'll go down, up. And then here's where it changes up a little bit from the A minor 7. The last two strums are both starred. So we're going to take that off and open up that high E for both of those last two up strums, and we'll go up, up. Just about like that. And that is what we're going to play for every E minor in this song. And again, one time kind of full speed through that, it'll look about like this. We'll go just about like that. So I know that looks and sounds pretty complicated, but it's really not too crazy difficult. The biggest thing here is just to practice it slowly and maybe take some notes or a screenshot just so you remember what goes where. So with that in mind, let's do a walkthrough of the whole chord progression and apply what we just learned about our strum patterns and our chords to the full chord progression that'll repeat through the whole song. So we'll start with our A minor 7 here. We're gonna go down, 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 up, up, up. And then to that first E minor, we'll go down, 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 up, up, up. Just like that. Then we'll go to that second line there. And we'll start with that A minor 7. We'll go down, 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 up, up, up. And this is where it changes up just a little bit. We're going to go to the E minor, but we're going to do a down strum, then a little bit of space and another down strum, and then really quickly into the G with a single down strum. Just like that. And that chord progression with those strumming patterns and the funky chord situations is going to repeat through the whole entire song start to finish. So it seems like a lot. It does seem like a lot, but once you learn all of those parts, that just repeats through the whole song. So it's nothing too crazy. Once you got this part down, you have the whole entire song down. So with that in mind, guys, with a song like this that kind of has a lot of moving parts, I like to play it very slowly a couple times without me talking so that you can kind of see what it looks like and make sure you have all the right stuff in all the right places. And then after that, I'll play through it a couple times full speed so that you can match it up with the speed of the song. So slowly a couple times first through the chord progression and the strum patterns that are going to be repeated all the way through Billie Bossa Nova will look about like this without me talking. And guys, a couple of times full speed through the chord progressions and strum patterns are going to repeat all the way through Billie Bossa Nova. Will look about like this without me talking. guys, that is everything that you need to know to play Billie Bossa Nova on guitar. As always, if you have any questions, you can hit me up in the comments down below. I'm usually pretty quick getting back to those. And again, if this video helps you out, hit that subscribe button. I have about 880 other guitar and ukulele lessons on this channel. I usually try to post at least 3 to 5 new lessons every single week. So if you're learning guitar or ukulele, it couldn't be a more perfect channel for you to check out. If you want to catch some sneak peeks of what songs I'm working on next before I actually post them on YouTube, hit up my Instagram at @TheGroovyGuitarDude. Guys, Billie Bossa Nova is a really, really groovy song, and I'm stoked to share it with y'all, and I'm really grateful that y'all requested this one because I actually love Bossa Nova music, kind of funny enough. That's not necessarily something that you may expect from your guitar teacher, but I really do. Michelle and I, Guitar Goddess, we listen to Bossa Nova music almost every morning when we're having our coffee just to kind of start the day, and it almost makes us feel like we're sitting in one of our favorite coffee shops or something like that, even if we're just hanging out, sitting on the couch in the living room. And so I really dig that, and then of course I love teaching Billie Eilish songs on this channel, so it's kind of the perfect combination of those two different kind of musics that I love to teach and love to share and just kind of love to hang out with and stuff as well in the Bossa Nova. So this song is kind of a lot of moving parts, just because that one guitar part that repeats through the whole song, you know, it's got interesting strum patterns, it's got the chord variations and all of that. But once you get that one part down, it repeats through the whole entire song, literally. And so it may look a little intimidating at first glance, but it's a pretty small guitar part, and once you get it down, it just repeats through the whole entire song. You've got the whole song down just like that. So as with anything like this, I always recommend practicing this very slowly before you kind of try to get it full speed, because when you practice it slowly like that, you can make sure that you get all the right stuff in all the right places, and then you can build up your speed once you got it down. And that's what I do. That's what I always do whenever I'm learning songs like this. It's what I did with this song. It helps a lot to just practice slowly, especially when there's a lot of moving parts like this. So guys, I had a lot of fun learning this song. I hope you guys have a lot of fun learning as well, and hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all soon.